Any chance we can get a reboot of the reboot? I think we're gonna need it. Ben 10 Omniverse was the final series of the classic franchise. While it did have a good ending, it felt bittersweet to see a franchise end after many years of arguable success. But in the wake of Cartoon Network reboots, it was only a matter of time. Ben 10 rebooted in 2017 to confusingly cautious applause. Of course, series fans weren't turned off by the redesigns, but more shocking was that not a lot of the famous voice talent made their comeback. Tara Strong still reprised Ben, and some villains got their voices back. But Gwen and Grandpa Max both got new voices, which was hard to digest. And with most Cartoon Network reboots, it was reformatted to 11-minute episodes focusing more on humor. But as much flack as I'll get for saying this, it's probably the best reboot Cartoon Network's given us. I know that's a really low bar to set, but take what you can get. Okay, yes, it's not as good as the original, but the series still holds the spirit it once had, thanks in no part to Man of Action returning to oversee the project. Later seasons had overarching plots, some characters were reworked to be more interesting, and it's still going strong today compared to the others. I'm not going down that road, no thanks. But probably the biggest shock? Out of all the Cartoon Network reboots, Ben 10 is the only one so far to get its own console release. The question is, was it worth it? Well, let's wrap up this marathon and find out. Ben 10, that's it, Ben 10, released in 2017 for modern consoles, the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and the Switch. Although, you couldn't tell just from looks. Yeah, right off the bat, the presentation could be a lot better. I suppose it's fine for what it is, but I can't shake off the feeling it looks more like an HD Gen 6 game instead of a Gen 8 game. It's noticeable for elements outside the main cast, and really sticks out. That crowd, man, I didn't realize Shadow People still exist. The voice cast all return for this game and do their roles fine. Not much to say on that, nor the music, which also does its job. I see it's going to be one of those games today. Yeah, I'm already feeling the burnout. Let's just do ourselves a favor and get to the gameplay. I'm sure from there it's another beat 'em up. You control Ben and his aliens, beating enemies in combat sections to reach the end of the stage. While there is platforming, it's not as prevalent until the final level, say a few jumps to spice things up. Otherwise, stay on flat levels with a few inclines and get ready to fight. But how could you fight without aliens? And the first 10 aliens of the reboot are playable in this game. Some aliens like Grey Matter, Stinkfly, and Upgrade finally make their playable debut, as well as Overflow, a reboot original who might as well be a remade water hazard. You start with Forearms, Heat Blast, and Cannonball, but gain aliens whenever the game gives them to you. And by that I mean Ben stops in his tracks and busts out the new alien. It's just, oh hey, new alien, try him out! No real pizzazz. And speaking of pizzazz, let's get into that combat. You attack with the square button, creating 3-hit combos to beat enemies. You also have the triangle button for counters, where you can stop an enemy attack and follow with an attack of your own. Circle is your special ability, unique to each alien. As long as you have one blue segment, you can use these abilities. Note that Ben does not have any special abilities. They really want you to play as the aliens here. Finally, when the Omnitrix is full, R2 unleashes a screen nuke attack to defeat every enemy on screen at that time. I know I made it sound pretty basic, but that's it. Yeah, no special combos, just a 3-hit basic combo, that's all you get. Even compared to Cosmic Destruction, with no combos but 4 special abilities, the reboot is inferior with no combos and only 1 special ability. It leads to, you guessed it, stale combat. And since enemies don't have variations, don't be surprised if it's mash square to win. These objectives try to fix that, adding special challenges to combat sections. but there's one big reason why it shouldn't matter that I'll get into soon. When you're not punching bad guys in the face, you're using your alien powers to solve puzzles. And by puzzles, I mean see the alien face you need, use your power, and move on. Granted, each alien has a unique power, like Heat Blast illuminates dark areas, Grave Matter fits in small spaces, Forearms ripped off gates, so on and so forth. But unlike past games where you need to remember the powers, the game gives you the answer every time. It's not problem solving, the answer is always given to you like a Mario boss weak point. And since switching between aliens is simple and fast, it's almost like the puzzles aren't there at all. You would think that would be used in boss fights as well, but not really. There are 3 bosses in the game, all of them pictured on the box art. Zombozo, who makes me miss the Oogie Boogie boss fight in Kingdom Hearts, Queen Bee, a glorified Mook Rush resulting in a major beatdown, and finally Weatherhead Prime, the only boss to use an alien power to weaken him, just one power. I mean, they're fine I guess, but I was hoping alien powers would be used more for the fights. Well, might as well get to the upgrades. Hey, where is...
How about an upgrade?
When did you get a paint job? For defeating enemies and completing those battle objectives I mentioned before, you can use them in upgrade shops in levels and the small hub they give you. Although, real talk, I don't know why they give you a hub. There's no point. Each alien has 3 upgrade levels that give you enhancements to that alien as well as bonuses for the entire team. From increasing damage, to bonus experience, to more health drops, upgrades are surprisingly handled well for this game. Except when it comes to collectibles. Like Protector of Earth, there are 3 Sumo Slammer cards to obtain per level, and getting every single card gives you bonus experience. And that's it. Aside from the trophies for them, there is no point in finding these, especially when some are locked behind alien abilities you need to do a second playthrough for. But it's not like a second playthrough will take you that much. Just about an hour and a half. No, I'm not kidding. There are 6 trophies for speedrunning each level. If you clear each level under 15 minutes, you get the trophy. So add it all up, you can complete the game in under 2 hours. Now, I understand the length of the game shouldn't matter, rather how the game uses that time to create a worthwhile experience. At least that's how it should be. But even considering that, this is 2 hours I wish I could take back. While the game is fine, it's only just that. Fine. Nothing stands out when compared to the other games, which handled some of the elements much better than they are here. The only real interesting part was the final level putting your platforming and jumping to the test. But it felt too little, too late, especially with so many flat levels. Is it downright awful? No, we saw that last time, but I'm not going to give the game a pass just because it's better than Omniverse 2. For kids today, I'm sure they'll like it, but anyone else will want to skip this game, especially when it released at $40. Even the game right now at $30 is far from worth it. It might be a good first beat 'em up, but that's a huge might, depending on your tastes. Although, there is a chance the reboot can save itself. After all, it is getting its own sequel. Called Ben 10 Power Trip, Ben faces off against Hex in an open world game. It does look to be improved, even with co-op and Kevin by your side. We'll have to wait and see, but it does look interesting. Far more interesting than this game had any right to be. And that would finish the Ben 10-a-thon. I have to say, this was quite the experience playing all the games back to back. Seeing how different developers handle the same series make you appreciate the differences, and... You know what? No. I know an even better way to cap off the marathon. I'm the PS2Man, and next time, we're gonna end the Ben 10-a-thon by seeing how all these games stack against each other. Until then, I have some work to do. Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, well, you know what to do. If you want to check out any updates or any fun posts, you can always check out Twitter. And if you want to catch me stream every weekday, you can head over to my other YouTube channel, PS2Man Streams. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you whenever you stop by.